How and if this universe came into being seems difficult to answer. How about this? What existed prior to our universe? While researchers search for the response to the trickiest question in, let's explore history to see how far they've come up to this point. We've made the light shine in the 20th century. Thanks to this individual, this enigma can be solved. Hello and welcome to Oz News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Richard Hubble, a day on Southern California's Mount Wilson, he pointed his telescope in California and discovered that there are gas clouds blowing everywhere. In fact, there are a number of other galaxies. A great deal about them, and he also learned something new, something different. They're traveling around the Earth forever. If you're wondering, it means one thing. Highly significant aspect of the universe expanding, and if it is, it will most likely begin somewhere, right? All that's left to do is run the time. Rewind and locate the beginning. The scientists needed a great deal more time. To develop an elaborate theory, the Big Bang Theory is presented here. As nothing has ever existed, you don't know when or where anything was. Understand, but in reality, there wasn't one. Believed it to be the alleged cosmic. Our cosmos is at a condition of singularity. This was really compact and small. Tremendously warm. If our universe were rolled up into a little ball, of pressure and internal temperature would at some point it got gigantic, difficult to resist them here. The Big Bang occurs. It was an explosion of substance and energy. This produced what we see today. Time and space are fundamental physical forces. Likewise, dispersed quarks everywhere. The minute quark fragments that make up everyone in our world was sweltering in a really scalding cosmic broth. As soon as it cooled, gravity started to. They gathered in an effort to draw them together. Then into molecules, atoms, and finally the first celestial bodies to enter the world. Did all this occur between the ages of 12 and 14? Before a billion years, we now understand the history of the cosmos. But what existed before to that? An American theorist named Alan Harvey Guth, cosmologist and physicist, has devoted his entire life to resolving this puzzle. Upon exposure to the Big Bang Theory, Guth discovered some issues with it, like as there was fairly even material distribution. Even if it wasn't supposed to be. Let's suspend a paint-filled balloon. Place a white canvas on the ceiling. If we drop the balloon to the ground, it will explode, resulting in complete chaos. In the painting, several places dispersed throughout arbitrarily, neither resembles the other, but the cosmos isn't truly like that. It appeared that throwing let's draw a colorful ball from the ceiling. A tiny red dot appeared on the painting. Let's now elaborate on it a bit and more, and get everything on camera by frame shooting. A circle will be visible. Growing gradually in all directions, it is the early universe's reality. Was quite proportionate and even. Discovery by Guth of the theory of inflation even before the Big. This is what it says. Boom, there was a force of some kind. Might provide a powerful bang. Something that could be accelerated, instantaneously disperse anything in space, and equally the success of Guth's idea has led to most of them rely on it as scientists. This conception of the universe's creation is sufficient for most people, but not everyone. German professor of English Martin Bojowald is his views on physics and the universe was born somewhat differently. Recall we discussed the cosmic singularity, which the universe's condition at the time little, hot, and infinitely dense. Martin's hypothesis claims that singularity could hardly have emerged from nothing. This is absurd, but where? Nowhere did it originate from. Let's examine the pendulum of an antique clock. When it swings back and forth, the pendulum movement is constant and smooth. This is how humans typically see time, non-stop. It is continuous and flowing. Nonetheless, quantum time doesn't operate that way. Rather, it operates more along the clock's second hand, which contains of short pauses and breaks up long portions, and similar to using a second hand of the start of one subsection of always, one thing ends and another begins. What I'm trying to say is, let's return to new balloons. In accordance with the Big Bang Theory, once upon a time, the cosmos started to grow. Balloon-like expansion, but sooner or later it will later blow away. The back of the cosmos will begin to contract and return. That is, till the cosmic singularity, then, you guessed it, the Big Bang too. Nothing happens by accident, and according to disappears into obscurity, Bojowald's hypothesis is a starting point for each. The preceding universe is the end of this one. In no way is our universe the first and not the most recent. Countless comparable previously existing and future universes survive after us. This thesis, despite the fact that its logic is not fully developed. Sadly, we don't have enough. The ability to locate all of the evidence for at the present. All of this is only a hypothesis yet. Some individuals suggest even weird concepts that scientists support hypotheses that no one could possibly imagine. In mind, Foreign Turek, a physicist from South Africa, along with his co-worker Paul Steinhardt, U.S. theoretical physicists, search for solutions that go beyond our universe. Yes, they assert, our galaxy is not the first one. There was, and there will be. They are unlimited in number. Moreover, there will be countless large banks. Our solar system is only one of, and all of us and an endless number of others are caught in an eternal cycle of births of other universes. This sounds amazing and unsettling simultaneously, but how does it function? This hypothesis states that the cosmos is placed within a brain, as in membrane, or, to put it another way, we're an elastic surface of some kind capable of stretching and contracting, oscillating, revolving, and so forth, like a rope with parallel pieces of fabric. The universes are close to one another. We are not the only ones who have neighbors. Exception 1 inch from another universe, ours, yet we are unable to see it because the distance between us and this is really small. The fourth dimension is contained in little space. How do these universes come into existence? These brains are clashing in brain collision, steadily approaching one another closer, and until they collide one day there are two large explosions and two alternate universes. Then they start to move away from one another. The built worlds are still existing. Currently, this is where we are, but when they vanish and the brains cross again, and this will bring forth a new life. Universe, recollect that there was an inflation theory, an unidentified force pushed, and if we succeeded in accelerating the Big Bang, collide with a different universe, which described everything. Everything mentioned here is of course. You can tell it's a wonderful simplification when our world is a patchwork of materials on it. Sounds like total gibberish. Rope, however, this concept is based on string theory. Two titans of quantum theory. Mechanics, if they are confirmed, they could pretty much anything in our universe. The task of developing a theory is enormous. Method Steinhardt and Turok made a significant several calculations and cleared aside numerous ineffective hypotheses. In order to figure this out, they must overcoming the mental limitations of people and simultaneously consider 11 dimensions. Sadly, this eccentric and refined in notion was mocked. According to Turok and Steinhardt, scientists are common people like everyone else. Alternatively, they fear change, and the ambiguous and raising doubts is really unsettling. What we once held to be true many years ago, few individuals believed that the Earth was a sphere before they. The Big Bang Theory has us so upset that we can't explore things without battling and fear. Turok and Steinhardt don't, because of this, plan to give up so quickly. Given the evidence we currently have merely suggests that all three theories are equally valid. Conceivable, therefore, which response is accurate? Least not at this level of human development, sadly, for as long as have no proof, therefore we can only speculate. But perhaps we'll discover something someday that will finally make our eyes open. Maybe one day we'll figure out how the universe was created. Okay, that's it for today. After quelling your curiosity, present to give the video a like and share it with, or if you want more, just click. Thanks for watching.